Have you ever wondered why you can't invite your friends over for a party, all in the name of space? Oh, imagine a family taking breakfast in the morning and that they don't have where to stand or they don't have where to sit. That's space. Let's take a scenario where people buy plots of land far away from the city, all because of space. They think the space they have in the city is not enough. Well, here at Build Design, we bring in the most fabulous, fascinating, adventurous structures, architecture, and interior designs in Uganda. Now, every house has a story to tell, a heart to charm, and an owner to accommodate. Most of the houses that you're about to see may not seem fancy until you take a look at the details. Let's take a look at your first building. I'm your host, Emma. Located 7.8 miles from Kampala City, along Salama Road, Munyonyo, the house sits on the hillside overlooking Great Mother Nature. Most houses like the one you're about to see do not have anything fancy, it would seem, until you see the details. Planning is actually everything. This is a 3-bedroom house with well-furnished bedrooms, a kitchen, dining room, a luxurious living room, and an exterior store. The guest bedroom, well situated a step above the rest of the house. The living room, dining, and kitchen separates the guest wing, master bedroom, and children's room. The building fits on the plot with an extra space for the compound and parking. It also accommodates one tall column holding the tank that supplies water to the building. The structure was built using basic materials, concrete and bricks, with block walling and finished with plaster, except for bathrooms and the kitchen. Thick beams hold the roof, which is in profile with the ceiling. This creates more headroom, thus more space for the long 3 functional space. From outside, the height of the building would seem the usual, but inside, the profile ceiling makes it twice the height. The wide open windows can also contribute to the story in terms of aeration, ventilation, and illumination. Yet another bonus for usage of space, the windows and the gate are sliders. The giant column, which spreads out in form of a palm, holds the water tank up high. This is an innovative way of utilizing the remaining space. It looks like a big hand holding up something. It is beautiful. There will be more when we come back. Wow, this is amazing. This is awesome. I like this. Oh, look at this large window. Tell us more about this window. Why this design we're having here?
Actually, this window was small, it would feel dark. And this place would feel like you're in a prison as if you only see in through a small window. But the fact that it's big, there is air, there is much light for this big room. So it's just so perfect for this whole place.
Awesome. I'm still amazed and looking at the way the ceiling is, the way it's combined, the design of it all. It gives you that thing of like, oh, this must be my house. Anyway, tell us more about the ceiling. Why
I
this
like
design?
this ceiling so much because it gives you headroom when you enter into this room. If it was much shorter, I think it would be congested. And for such a room with 3 functions, it needed this kind of ceiling.
Oh really? This is awesome. I'm just amazed. As in, I haven't seen this thing in the African setting. The dining and where we're standing in the sitting room. This is a rare setup. We usually see a block between the dining, a block between the kitchen. What's the inspiration? Why this kind of design of this house?
Actually, if those walls were there will be less space in the room. You may be on the dining table, but you can't push the chair off, so there will be much less space within this place.
The living room has the brown wall, which is the main theme color. Then it dissolves into a stone wall, which also appears to be the decor on the window frames. To separate the living room from the kitchen is a big flat work space, also engraved with brown stonework, which hides the lower kitchen drawers, yet again another way of good space usage. Unlike the usual coiled frames, the window frames chosen for this house embody an illusion of broken glass. Beautiful art. All this is covered by the thick glass which keeps the house cool during day and warm during the night. Oh yes, wonderful, wonderful. This is a nice corridor. Tell me about the design of this corridor.
This corridor for this particular building, the fact that there is small space, it's made in such a way that you don't feel congested when you reach in the corridor. And it's perfect when you see that there is no door that opens within the corridor, which makes it good. And then you can enter the bedrooms without feeling like you have to enter through another door, and that's perfect for the place.
Oh, talking about the bedroom, let's check this out. This is fantastic. This is fantastic, just on point. Tell me more about the bedroom.
I think the bedroom is perfect for this house. And the fact that it's a master bedroom and holds such a bed, there's still more space. Like where we're standing, there is no clutter here. Everything is in the wardrobe. And good enough, the wardrobe just stretches across this whole room. I think everything is kept in here. And it's still perfect, spacious, and clean.
Just awesome. I should be here. I should be here. The brown smooth painted bricks in the bathroom give it a deep mystic mood, punctuated by the mood candles which act as accessories. The general feeling when in the bathroom is an overwhelming feeling of relaxation.
I like the way the door is placed in this bedroom and the way that the floor changes once you step in the bathroom. And the light inside is just perfect and exquisite for a master bedroom.
Oh, that's awesome and amazing. Wow, hope you enjoyed that. Now we're going to take a short commercial break. Stick around for more of the best about houses.
Build Designs today brings you a building tip. And today we are talking about tiling. It may seem to be given to the professionals, but you too can actually learn and know how it's done so that you get better results. First, clean the screeded floor on which you are to lay the tiles. Second, pour water on the floor to make it wet enough to receive cement sand mixture. Third, mark the cross center of the area of where you're going to begin laying your tiles. And pour water on the tiles of which you're going to lay so that they can bond very well with the cement sand mixture. Place the cement sand mixture on one side of the cross which you made in the middle of the room. Insert the tile onto the cement mixture and prepare it to receive the second tile next to it. Repeat the cement sand mixture on the side of the next tile, but this time put a spacer in between the two tiles. And this same will be done for the third and the fourth tile. And with the spacers inside, you make sure they are well aligned in a straight line. Then knock the tiles so that they are on the same level on the cement sand mixture. Finally, when they are stable, remove the tile spacer. Then get the mixture of grout and fill in the spaces in between the tiles. Finally, when everything is dry, you can use steel wool to clean the tiles. And usually, when the finishings are done and the house is handed over to the owner, it's good to use a clean cloth to finally clean the tiles to the best result you want. And in this way, you're able to achieve the perfect aligning like the one you've just seen in the house we've been exploring.
The extreme caution taken in preciseness is just beautiful. Welcome back to the show. We've looked at the structural design and the finishing. Now we're going to take a look at the interiors. What has the owner of this building put in place to make it a nice home and a nice environment for anyone who comes in? Let's take a look. The exquisite furniture in the living room, the sizable couch and the big color blends well with the brick brown wall and the stone wall with the beautiful cushion with rich African colors. The dining table's deep black brown tone of the color stands out in the room. The same goes for all the other furnitures. Most are African themes, such as the African sculptures of tribal men and an elephant hung on the wall. The clay pot with the dried tree branch sticking along with the Maasai blanket lying smugly along the sofa also tell an African story of its own. To complete this picture of the shelves atop of the bookshelf, possibly collected on a trip to the beach, the red mood candles on the shelf add magic to the room in a subtle manner. Finally, the Eiffel Tower. Standing boldly on the table is quite a contrast, but nevertheless intriguing, as it holds its own unique iconic position in this living room, exposing the art for the owner. The lights are simple but stylish, with the actual bulbs hidden in wall brackets. Welcome back to the show. Before the break, we are looking at the interiors, everything in the house, how it has been utilized on the inside. But right now, we are going to look about the exterior of the shop. The slide gate encloses 2,005 square meters. This is an innovative and rather effective way of using the space, as it slides right along the perimeter wall. The water tank stand was built atop a small room currently used as a store. This was all in a bid to maximize this small plot. The small garden reach is meant for the family with the wash hand basin attached to the boundary wall. The plant holding pockets on the interior boundary wall show that limitation of space does not mean a limitation of ideas for landscaping. Plants along the back wall create a small natural forest of nature, making this rich of a compound. A comfortable spot to sit in and relax. On the exterior faces, clad in stone, the windows are carefully accentuated in a white border which meets an orange face of the inner side of the wall. Well, more space is usually good space. This is supposed to be one point of the boundary wall. How many people can share this house?
This house is just perfect for 5 people.
Yeah.
There are just 3 bedrooms, and that kind of place is just so perfect for 5 people.
The guest bedroom, well situated a step above the rest of the house. The living room, dining and kitchen separates the guest wing, master bedroom and children's room. The building fits on the plot with an extra space for the compound and parking. It also accommodates one tall column holding the tank that supplies water to the building. Hope you enjoyed the show as much as I have. Now, see you on the next episode of Build Designs Housing Explored. See you.